with great pleasure that I open this seventh Raw Materials Week. The times where we didn't care about where our raw materials came from are clearly over.
If we want to succeed in the green and digital transition, if we want to ensure also our technological sovereignty, we first need to secure access to critical raw materials. We definitely need, without any naivety, here again, once more, take our destiny in our hands.
We've been asked to prepare a European Critical Raw Materials Act by next March, and a conference like this brings together all the different points of view that we need to hear from.
It's very important in your everyday life because you're using metals and minerals every day. Whether you go or commute by train, it's composed of metals. Your iPhone has a lot of metals, so we need to take care of the whole value chain from mines all the way to recycling.
Social acceptance is that what we have to work on, and we are really working committed to ESG goals. We are fully transparent, we would like to work more with communities and to see that we can find a mutual exchange here and come to a common solution.
Critical raw materials are not only critical for our digital and green transitions, they're at the heart of geopolitics at the moment. They're critical for our way of life, critical for us to maintain the values that we respect. And they're also at the heart of the policy of open strategic autonomy.
Coherence is important to make projects happen because we have seen that contradicting regulation or regulation which is enhanced or sharpened might inhibit projects. For example, if you have higher targets for water regulation or if you have new regulation on industry emissions. So this should all be coherent that projects can take off.
From this year's Raw Material Week, we very much need to accelerate the investments in raw materials in Europe, as well as diversifying our raw material sources globally.
The skill set that we used to have 30 years ago, we no longer have, and we need to recreate it by focusing on education and focusing on creating those conditions for kids to want to go back into engineering, back into science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and all those really hard disciplines, which I think we've moved away from.
In 2021, Ukraine was among the top 10 countries in the production of titanium, iron ore, kaolin, manganese, zirconium and graphite. We are ready to unite efforts with the EU.
Our shared vision, however, is not only to reconstruct Ukraine, but to rebuild it better by making its economy and society greener, digital and resilient. And today's announcement under the umbrella of our raw materials partnership is yet further tangible proof of that.
We are at a historical turning point. Russia's military aggression against Ukraine has shown that we must defend our values. The road to securing access to raw materials will be long, but today we have the right momentum to step up our efforts. And of course we need to address the short-term issues and the energy price in particular, but we must not lose our long-term compass.